Yo, what's up, Bob here. If you watched last week's video, you know that I teased about some records that I got on Record Store Day. You see, as everyone was out front scrambling to get their Record Store Day picks, I quickly grabbed my selections and beelined to the back of the shop because Ben Jones, owner of Better Days Records here in Louisville, Kentucky, had brought in 2 boxes of used vinyl. Some jazz, some classical. I was super excited to look through the boxes. I selected 5 records, and we're going to get into them right now. The first one that I saw, and I knew that I was going to have, was this Paul Desmond record on A&M. A Bridge Over Troubled Waters. This is sort of a greatest hits of Simon and Garfunkel record. There's some stuff off of Bridge Over Troubled Waters, obviously. There's some stuff off of Bookends on here, Mrs. Robinson. And it is a beautiful record. Paul is playing a bit smooth on here, I would say, but overall, this is an expertly recorded audiophile recording for sure. All of the tracks are really cool sounding, some funkier than others. Some very beautiful. I believe there's a song on here called Old Friends. Really, really nice sounding. Opening track. Thick vibe. Really, really cool. Has this beautiful cover. I love this cover. Brownish gold A&M label here. You know, this is one of those covers I would blind buy if I didn't already know what it was. Like I said, this is gold standard recording quality. The material is very nice. You know, it's all stuff we already know, clearly, because it's covers of Simon and Garfunkel tunes. But it's really, really nice sounding. This is a definite late night record. Put this on and you will be in an excellent mood. Yes. Paul Desmond's Bridge Over Troubled Water. Not an expensive record. Maybe $10 to $12. That one's very clean. Bill Evans and the harmonica virtuoso, Toots Thielemans, Affinity. Yeah. I used to see this record around all the time, and I thought the cover just looked cheesy, and I knew it was later period Bill Evans, and I was obsessed with the trio stuff at the time. I like Toots. He has a vibe to his playing. Bill Evans has a vibe to his playing. This is where those two vibes intersect, and just, it's very nice sounding. If you're a Bill Evans completist, you need this. Don't pass on it. I know it's not an expensive record, maybe $12 or something like that, but you gotta have it. Mine is on that white Warner label, and yes, it is on super vinyl, which means if you hold a flashlight up to it, it's transparent. Yeah. Always check your Warner records from this period, especially, and see if they're on that super vinyl. Yeah. Speaking of beautiful sounding records, yes, there were some Milestone records in the box, and you know, Milestone had a pretty strong roster back in the day, clearly. And I do love the pianist known as McCoy Tyner. This is Echoes of a Friend. This is a bit of a tribute to former bandmate John Coltrane. There are renditions, reharmonizations of John Coltrane tunes on here, including My Favorite Things and the opening, Naima, which McCoy just turns on its head. You don't even realize it's Naima until near the end of the song when he starts really playing it the way that we all know it. This is a beautiful sounding record in very nice condition. Believe it or not, you can pick this record up for probably less than $10. Make sure you get the cleanest copy you can because it is essentially a solo piano record. McCoy Tyner is a fantastic pianist. I mean, he really can burn. Beautiful, clean looking cover. I'm a big fan of this record. Cheap Heat is what this would fall under for sure. Next, another Milestone selection with a stunning cover. Joe Henderson, Canyon Lady. If you've never seen this record, start looking for it. It's very good. Joe Henderson is on here. We all know Joe Henderson is a titan among all men. While I was listening to this, I started hearing some effects on the keys, some oscillating delays, some swirly electroharmonics pedal sounds, and I thought, Who is that? Am I detecting the presence of George Duke on this record? Surely I was. This is a really cool record. You put it on, it kind of starts a little slow, and then the longer it's on, the better it gets. I mean, it really starts burning. There's some funky bass on here, amazing keys. Joe Henderson is on here, yeah. It's on Milestone, traditional Milestone label, near mint copy. In the shrink, still has these, we're going to just call them record store stickers. One is the original price of $3.99, and then the other one is just a Karma record sticker. Yeah, very nice. Last week I said that one of the records was a record that I had been looking for many years. That is correct. And I got to the shop so early that I actually helped carry in the 2 boxes. And the doors were about to open, so I wanted to go back and get in line and, come in with everybody so I could grab my records. I wanted to be fair. That said, I was second in line, so whatever. But I just flipped a few records in the front, and I saw this record right away. And I pulled it, and I immediately just got my wallet out and started peeling off cash to Ben, because there was no way I was not getting this record. So, without further ado, let's get into it. The Awakening from the Ahmad Jamal Trio. Yeah, that's right. Here it is on Impulse. Yes. A very, very clean record. We're going to open it up. We're going to talk about it. This is an incredibly dynamic trio record. Ahmad Jamal on piano. Jamal Nasser and Frank Gant also appear on this record. The songs are The Awakening, I Love Music, Patterns, Dolphin Dance, You're My Everything, Stolen Moments, and Wave. Boy, oh boy, is this a nice sounding record. Super dynamic, the bass and drums are on point, and Ahmad Jamal is ripping real hard. Beautiful cover, iconic in every way. This is what the back looks like. Let me get it out. We'll look at the gatefold. What the gatefold looks like here. Got a little picture inside. Got some text. Inner sleeve. Yep. Typical Impulse inner sleeve. Take a look at the vinyl. Impulse label, no space. Yep, very important. And incredibly clean. Yes, the way that you want to find them, folks. Now, they did reissue this record somewhat recently. I believe Third Man was in charge of the pressing, and they really fudged that up, I would say. A lot of complaining. It really just scared me from buying the reissue altogether, because everyone was talking about noise and dirt and warps and warbles in the music and all that. Now, I really wasn't listening for warbles in the music. Some people think it's on the tape. Some people think it was a pressing issue. I don't know. I'd never heard the reissue. That said, I didn't detect any warbling on here because the music is so good. I was kind of captured in that moment. And this is proof positive that that there are still badass, rare records locked up in collections, and the records can still be found. The Ahmad Jamal tapes may or may not be gone. I've heard some pretty credible people say that they were destroyed in the fire. The internet kind of goes back and forth. Of course, the people responsible for housing the tapes and the fire claim, maybe they're not gone. Maybe some of the stuff's still around. I don't know. Tell me what you think down in the comments. But that said, I was super stoked on this. Fantastic record. Joe Henderson, Canyon Lady, Echoes of a Friend, McCoy Tyner, yes. Affinity, Bill Evans, Toots. And last but not least, Paul Desmond, Bridge Over Troubled Water. Beautifully recorded record. little stack there, you know, really made my record store day shine, I gotta tell you. Uh, while I got these home and started cleaning them while I was listening to my record store day picks, and I was just chomping at the bit to put these on the turntable. So, yeah, really cool. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I know that probably a million people have showed that Ahmad Jamal record in vinyl community videos, but it was a, you know, sorely missing piece of my collection. So it was it was a big deal for me. So anyway, until we meet again, guys. That's right. Bob out.
I know it's too CTI. It's winter, but still good time for CTI. Fine, gotcha. Alright. What it is, man. I'm having a snack. Let's get it down. Oh, okay.